About to choke.
Oh, it's hot. Okay, guys, so welcome back to part 2 of our boyfriend Q&A. We are still going ahead with this hot and spicy noodle challenge / Q&A, and it is really getting to us. My lips, I look like Angelina Jolie right now. Our noses are running. Like I said, I'm not a spicy eater person, and so this is a lot for me. But we are pushing through. We're gonna finish the questions for you guys. Okay. What food do I order when we go out to eat? And I'll answer this for you too.
Oh boy. Well, there's no question. If we out to eat and eggs is on the menu, she eat eggs. That's all she wanted. Scrambled eggs, omelets, sunny side up.
But not for dinner. Not if we go somewhere for dinner.
If there's eggs for dinner, she'll take eggs for dinner.
If there's a burger, I'll get an egg on the burger.
Correct. Eggs, whatever has eggs.
I just love eggs.
One time she told me, she said, I wish I could be a chicken so I could have my own eggs and eat them.
Okay, no, you're making me sound crazy.
Hey!
That's totally out of context.
What was the context?
Okay, the context was we had just got done with like a 13-hour shift. We're eating eggs, and I was a little bit delusional, and I just love eggs. That's like my favorite food of all time. And I was like, you know, I was eating like an egg taco, and I was like, sometimes I just wish I was a chicken so I could lay my own eggs. Why do you remember that? Dang. So I don't know about you, because he's a very adventurous eater. I'm very like, I get the same thing every time because I know I'm gonna like it, and I don't like to try crazy stuff. But Alvin will eat like pretty much like any kind of like Indian, Vietnamese, Asian, like any kind of like food. What would you say about yourself? Because you get something different everywhere we go.
I don't know if you've ever had this.
A banh mi?
It's a banh mi sandwich.
Oh, I was thinking about that, but I was like, no one has that.
Like French bread
It's a
with
Vietnamese.
any type of, you know, beef, chicken. Oh my goodness gracious. Have a banh mi sandwich next time you go to your nearest Vietnamese restaurant. A1. A1.
Good.
Fire. Delicious.
They're okay. Do you ever feel burned out from one another since you work together and are dating? Okay, final answer. So, in my opinion, no, because of what I said. And if you guys haven't seen part 1, definitely go click down below. The link is going to be down below for part 1. But what I said in the part 1 of this video was we have a very good like foundation of a friendship. And I kind of feel like, you know, if you're best friends with somebody, like best friends hang out together all the time. Do you ever like feel burned out from your best friend? Of course you want space apart, but you know, your best friend is somebody that you're like excited to hang out with. It's like, oh, let's go here, like let's do this together. And so we have a really good friendship outside of our relationship. Well, not even outside, it's in the relationship, but like at the base of our relationship, we have a good friendship. So even if we're not being like romantic, we still like have fun together, like just doing activities just because we're friends, like at the end of the day. So my camera died on us in the middle of that, but yes, we're talking about being friends. So that's the end of the question. Next question. Okay, the next question is name one annoying habit your partner has. He was ready for this question. He's like, one. So you better make it the best one you got, because after that I don't hear nothing. I don't like that one.
Her most annoying habit is that she has no personal space. If I'm sitting there watching TV or just hanging out, she'll literally come over there and lay on top of me face to face. If I go to the room, she's over there all over me. It's kind of like having that, just like a blanket that's kind of all over me all the times. Like,
do you not want me to cuddle you?
Of course I want the cuddles, but sometimes
I'm chilling.
Sometimes she's chilling and she'll be all over you.
See, that's my thing. Like when it comes to other people, like friends or even like family, I'm very like, oh, you have your space. But oh my god, my shirt's gonna be awful by the end of this. when it comes to Alvin, it's like, because I have so much personal space with everyone else, so I get all of my physical touch that I need from him. So my one annoying habit that he does, which, oh my gosh, like I've said it so many times and he like just does not get it, but it drives me nuts. So I really appreciate that he like washes the dishes for me sometimes, but I hate when he leaves food in the sink. Like when you wash the dishes, all the like food particles that are in there, you're supposed to like, you know, make sure that they go down the drain or take them out and throw them in the garbage. And I have a garbage disposal, so you literally just put it down there and grind it up, whatever. But I'll go, like the dishes are all gone, but there's like food all in the sink and it's so gross. It grosses me out. I did that today and I kid you not, I stood there and stared at the sink. Like that. I was like, how many times did I have to tell him?
She lying. She lying.
I haven't said that to you before? That you always leave the food in the sink? I've said it to you 3 times before. Yeah, you don't listen. What do you think about, like, why do you leave it there? Why would you not, like, get rid of that? That's okay for you to just, like, leave food in there? It doesn't gross you out?
I don't know what you're asking me. Right?
So the next question is, do we have any nicknames for each other? I call him Albie or the little daddy. You don't have any nicknames for me, really. Do you feel inconvenient to be with someone that has similar goals to you?
Absolutely not.
What?
I don't feel it's inconvenient.
No, convenient. Do you think it's convenient to be with someone?
Oh, it's inconvenient.
I was like, wait, what? I thought you were doing one of those things where you say absolutely not and you're kidding. Then you started explaining yourself.
Oh no.
Absolutely not. Do you think it's convenient to be with somebody that has similar goals to you?
I think it's super convenient having somebody who has similar goals. Because at the end of the day, you know, you come home. Anyways, it's nice, you know, having somebody who has that same like motivated mindset, who definitely has the same similar outlooks on life, and you know, we have a lot of the same wants in life. So, you know, it's kind of like we push each other. You know, there's definitely days being in school where, you know, I come home, I'm just like, man, like I'm tired of school, I'm tired of work, like I just want to sit back and, you know, lay on the couch for a week, whatever. And she, you know, having her who's, you know, who has that similar motivated mindset, she'll be like, you know, get your butt off the couch, like, you know, let's get this paper, let's, you know, do this work. You know, let's do this, like we got this, you know. You know, we our nurses, you know, remember our goal, you know, remember why you're in school, you know. There's definitely been times where I'm studying for a test and, you know, she's definitely my cheerleader on the side, you know, cheering me on. And I feel like, you know, she definitely has that same mindset. She knows, you know, what this is for. And at the end of the day, you know, we have very similar goals and it definitely helps.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like if you want to reach a certain level in your life or want a certain lifestyle or want a certain mindset, you should surround yourself with similar mindsets or people with a similar mindset. And so I feel like being in a relationship with someone that has like a similar mindset when it comes to like positivity, goals, ambition, motivation, like on days that you're not feeling your best, you have that person there to kind of motivate you. And just like when you see your partner doing something great, it makes you want to do more too. Any plans for marriage and babies in the future? Something stupid. Yeah, definitely. Personally. Ew, why do you say yeah? Don't be weird. Say it with your chest. Sit up straight and say it again.
Yeah, you know, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I feel like, you know, if you're dating somebody and you're serious about them, the end goal is either you're gonna break up or you're gonna marry them. And I definitely have all intention of marrying my girl, you know.
You love me.
It's funny because even before we started dating, I'd be like, yeah, that's my wife. Like, I'd be talking to my roommates and my friends, I'd be like, yeah, that's my wife, you know, blah, blah, blah. Whole time, you know, she didn't even like me. But I'd be like, that's my wife, that's my future wife. And, you know, your boy got through and now he's dating. And I mean, yeah, I have full intentions. And, you know, it may not be in 2 days, but, you know, in progress, just like any other relationship. Yeah. I definitely think we'll get there. Personally, yes, I would like to have kids. 2 kids sounds pretty sufficient to me.
2 kids and 2 puppies.
2
One
kids,
dog for each kid.
2 kids, 2 puppies per my future wife here. But yeah, 2 kids sounds okay to me.
Yeah, and we definitely like. I know this thing is making me sweat now. I think I'm done. I feel like outside of just like marriage and kids, I feel like people will look at a couple and they like automatically like are like, oh, like when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have kids? But I feel like we have a lot of goals outside of just marriage and kids. Like there's a lot of different things we want to do outside of just like getting married and having kids. Like there's a lot of like business ventures that we want to do, a lot of like traveling we want to do, a lot of different things that's just not like, oh, we're just gonna get married and have kids. So I feel like we have, I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but we kind of are like very well-rounded to where like, yes, we want to get married and have kids, but that's not all we're living for, like to be married and have kids. Like we want
definitely have that checklist
more, yeah,
goals that we want to achieve before we move on to that part of our life.
Yeah, like that's definitely on our list, but we also have like so many other things that we want to do along the way. But yeah. So, best advice for a healthy relationship. I'll link into this.
My best advice for a healthy relationship, you probably heard it before, but I'm definitely gonna say communication. You know, if we have our disagreements, I definitely feel like instead of, you know, raising your voice and, you know, just getting upset and stuff, kind of talking that mess out and, you know, kind of seeing where it is that we're having that disconnect and try to see it from the other person's side. You know, without good communication, how can you have a good relationship? Simple as that. I feel like communication is key.
Yes, I agree. And I will say that Alvin is really, really good at communicating. That's honestly one of the things that I've struggled with. Like, I kind of just like internalize my emotions. And like, if I'm upset or like angry, sometimes I will just like hold out within myself. But like, he's really good about like bringing that out of me. Like when he sees that like my energy is off, like asking me like what's wrong. And sometimes that's all you need. Like, you don't need a perfect relationship. Nobody's gonna be perfect, but as long as you can talk through everything, I feel like a lot of relationships kind of go sour because you start holding resentment and you don't express what's bothering you to that person or things that you want to change, and so you just hold that in until like you finally like blow up and like are over the relationship. And so I feel like catch it as soon as it happens. If you're upset or if something bothers you, like speak on it right then and there, because if not, you're just gonna hold that resentment and start creating like sour feelings to your partner. Who is older? Alvin is 2 years my senior, so I'm the baby in the relationship.
Look, all right. I'm old enough to be a grandpa.
Oh, shut up.
She don't like to hear it, but I'm an old man. I'm 26. She's 24. About to turn 25.
And you're about to be 27.
I'm old.
Yeah, he's
I'm
old.
old.
So the last question we're gonna answer is, where do you see yourselves in 5 years? I see ourselves, and so Alvin is in NP school now. I'm willing. There's a few steps along the way that I have to get to first, but I will, God willing, be graduating NP school by now. Very specific NP school. Sorry, I just washed my hands before this, I swear. So we'll both, God willing, be NPs in 5 years. But anyways, yeah, in 5 years, I feel like I'll be like at that stage where I'm ready to possibly like start having children. Who knows? I might still be on my like free spirit, still wanting to travel and kind of do my own thing. But yeah, I could definitely see myself just being, or see us like being a little bit more like settled down. I think there's still a lot of things we want to do. Like there's still a lot of options for us. We could travel nurse, we can, you know, travel the world, we can move to a different state, move to a different city. So I think in about 5 years, we'll both probably be at a place where we're a little bit more like settled and a lot more advanced in our careers and just have a lot more freedom and, you know, grow deeper in a relationship. Where do you see us in 5 years? Why are you looking at me?
I didn't expect you to ask me that.
Why? That was a question. We were both
I
answering.
was just going to answer.
We're both answering our question.
You've been answering all the questions.
I've been asking you every single question. Well, what do you can say like I agree or add to it? Alvin, that's so boring.
Alright, so I don't really like to put a time limit on things, but in the future, I definitely see us getting closer. You know, I agree, like what she said, maybe starting a family. Hopefully at this point we have our own home. You know, we're both successful in whatever we're working towards, and hopefully, you know, overall we're just happy and closer.
Yes, happy. I forgot to say that. That's the most important thing. If we have nothing else, as long as we're happy, that is what success is. So that is the last question on our Q&A. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell down below to get notified every time I post a new video. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.